What's going on, guys? This podcast is brought to you by Marek Health. And if you go to marekhealth.com/RBP, it's going to bring you to this page. This is my page at Marek Health. If you use code RBP, you get 10% off. There's two packages here that you can get. This checkup panel, 7 tests, 53 biomarkers is $120. With my code, makes it $108. This one is the one I recommend, though. It's an optimization package, 27 tests, 84 biomarkers, and it includes, this is the important part, a 45-minute lab review with one of their professionals. So what that's going to do is that professional is going to help you read through, explain anything in your blood work that doesn't look good. It's also going to help help one of their professionals read through and tell you how to optimize your hormones. If your test levels are too low, if they're too high, maybe you're taking too much, maybe you're not taking enough, maybe you're not taking anything, you need TRT. Any of those things that you are curious about, that blood work with that consultation is going to help you figure it all out. So guys, get to marekhealth.com/RBP or use code RBP at checkout and get optimized today. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Real Bodybuilding Podcast. This is episode number 183, and I am here with Mike Sommerfeld, the man with the best beard in the bodybuilding world.
Hello.
Oh,
Thank you for having me. Thank you for the compliment.
Oh, look at it. I mean, look at that thing. It's incredible.
Yeah. You know who told me to keep it?
Who?
JM.
Did he really?
Yeah, Pittsburgh last year. I was like, JM, do you think I should cut the beard? He said, no. I said, are you sure? I'm the only guy on stage. He's like, yep, I'm sure.
You know, that's strange.
So I have to keep.
Yeah, that's strange considering, like, I thought the IFBB usually wanted everybody to be clean cut. So it's interesting to hear him say that he wanted you to keep that beard.
Yeah, and he told Chris. I mean, it means a lot, right?
Yeah, of course. Before we get away from the beard, how long did it take you to grow it out that way and like that nice pointy? You got a nice point to it.
Oh, it's a progress. Like it's a work in progress, to be honest. It starts here and then it gets longer. It looks messy, and then you cut it and you can see, okay, it's basically like bodybuilding. You do an off season, you look really bad. Then you do the diet, you shape it, and then it's like, yeah, we're getting closer.
Yeah. You know, it's funny that every time I do it, I can't keep this in line and I end up getting too bushy and then I can't handle it and I just shave it all and I have to start over again. So I can never get that like nice point that you got there.
Same thing. As I'm traveling, I'm switching the country like every 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. And I have a barber. Like every time it's a different barber. You can imagine it's a mess. Last time they just cut my mustache, it was that long. It was unique long, and he cut it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have to grow it back.
Yeah. Well, listen, I wanted to have you on because you are the talk of the classic physique world since the last Olympia, where you actually beat Chris in some poses. I think some judges had you in first, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's what I heard too. Yeah.
How does that feel? Because I know you've been like, you know, and I don't know everything about classics, so please forgive me if I get any of my facts wrong, but I thought you were in the top 10. I'm not sure. I don't know if you were in the top 5 at the Olympia, but I know you're in the top 10. So you had kind of been creeping up, and then all of a sudden you jumped right to second place. So is that kind of how it went? And how did that feel with that just massive jump and all of a sudden being thrown into the limelight like that?
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult. So people tell me all the time, hey, Mike, your structure is amazing. You just need to do this and that, like small things here and there. If you're able to do it, you can be really good.
Right.
And last year, 24, I believe we nailed many, many different things after we solved many, many problems throughout the last years. I mean, we gained.
Go ahead. I'm just going to show I'm going to show your physique while you're talking.
We gained a lot, especially food sources, sleep, stress levels, all that. And 2024 was a really, really perfect peak, to be honest. And we found many, many things we need to do for the next shows to be that good or even better. So my first Olympia, was 7th place, then 5th place, back to 8th place, 2023, and 2nd place, 2024.
Okay. Okay. So you're always in the top 10, but you said you made some changes. So you said food. What was the second? I know you said food was the first one. What else did you change in your
Yeah,
program?
food sources, stress levels, digestion,
Okay, let's
training
start.
style.
I don't usually like to start with the X's and O's stuff. I usually kind of like to get into people's story, which I want to get into, but you've changed your physique so much. And I think from what I can recall of your physique, the main thing that changed was your conditioning went up a level. You also like rounded out your physique and got bigger, but your conditioning also improved considerably. Can you tell me what changes in food sources did you make that you noticed such a big change?
Mm, The biggest change we've ever had. Okay, maybe I need to explain a little bit more in detail.
Sure, go ahead.
I competed R10 Pro actually with 91 kilos, which is 208 pounds,
Yep.
208 pounds. So we had like maybe a kilogram to gain to compete as a pro in classic.
Right.
So there was no off season. We were basically just sitting around 3,000 calories all year waiting for prep. So there was not much space to grow or change something. And then they increased the weight cap. And
Yeah.
my spine, I have a super arched spine. And I talked to a doctor in Dubai and I was asking, is it possible to fix my spine? He said,
Yeah.
of course, you just need to stretch and we need to do like a little bit of therapy. And it gave me 2 centimeters extra.
Oh
And
wow.
these 2 centimeters, like that big, me to increase my body weight to like 6.5 kilos, like 13, 14 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
And
crazy.
Neil decided, okay, it's time for an off season now. We're trying to get as much muscle as possible in 3.5 months.
Sure.
I was able to gain 70 pounds in 3.5 months, and I was able to hold 14, 15 pounds from Olympia to Olympia. So we added a lot of muscle tissue. We increased the conditioning. We worked a lot on posing because my body looked totally different.
Right. Right.
And honestly, my life in Dubai, these 3.5 months were basically 100% bodybuilding. I woke up, I did cardio, I ate my meal, I went to was absolutely 100% precise. The
Yeah.
best food sources was available. I trained twice. I did everything possible to gain that much amount of muscle and really helped me to change the look, to show something new on stage. And
Can I
I
can I
mean, that's important if you want to,
can I interrupt you for a second, Mike? I'm sorry.
yeah,
I just wanted to clarify something. Did you say you gained 70, like 70 or 17?
7-0,
70. Yeah. So
32
70. Yeah.
kilograms.
Yeah. 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 Wait.
So the first off season was 4,500 calories. Not that much, but for my body, it
Yeah.
was like 30% more than what he usually gets.
Yeah. Yeah. So you put on 17 kilograms, but you said you maintained 14 or 15 of it.
No, I gained 70 pounds, which is
Okay.
32 kilos
Holy
approximately,
shit. Okay,
and I
I
was
got you
able
now.
to hold 15 pounds, which is approximately 7 kilos.
Okay, that's absolutely awesome because okay, that's what I thought you said. I wasn't sure. So let me ask you then, when you gained the 70 pounds, how out of shape were you? Do you have any photos on your Instagram of that?
Of course,
Uh,
not that much. You need to scroll down a little.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
see a chubby face, Mike, that's me in
yeah.
off season.
Let me see. Is this it here? Uh,
It's on my Instagram somewhere.
Is this it? No, you're still lean there. But you look big there, man.
No,
Holy shit.
no. This is post Olympia, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah. You look big there, man. Um, yeah, so we're going way back. So I'm gonna keep looking for this. But so Do you believe, I guess that's going to lead me to the question that I kind of always try and tell people is, do you believe in bulking? Like, were you were out of shape, you were eating everything in sight, but it resulted in a 15-pound gain. So are you,
I think that's stupid.
you do?
Um, yeah, it's absolutely stupid. Like from a scientific calculation point, it doesn't make any sense to eat more than you need.
But
Let's say
but that's what you
we have
did.
main. No, I ate 4,500 calories. This is all I needed to grow that much. I was not eating like 7, 8, 9,000 calories.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm not, see, when I say bulking, I'm not saying eating, 4,000 calories more than you need. What I'm saying is you gained 70 pounds and you kept 15 pounds of it. So that means there was a considerable amount of fat gain to gain that 15 pounds. Would you say or no?
Yeah, of course, of course,
Yeah,
of course. Yes, 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 yes,
that
yes.
that
Sure, sure, sure.
that's what I mean. That's what I mean when I say bulking. I'm saying you gain a certain amount of fat weight because it's going to result in a certain amount of muscle gain at the end of the year, right?
Yes, but here's the deal: if you are eating too much and you're getting out of shape, you could like if you see the pictures, you're always able to see my abs. I had always striated glutes, always striated legs, even in deep, deep off season.
Yeah.
So the moment I'm losing my abs, that's way too much.
Okay, let me ask you,
So you,
is this it here? I'm trying to find it here. I just want to make sure we're talking about the same thing. Is this the 70-pound gain here?
let me see. It's still loading.
Oh, you don't have it. Yeah, okay. Now you should be able to see it now.
No, no, it's. Can you scroll it? No, this is pre-diet. So left side, this is deep, deep off season.
Yeah, this is yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm looking for. So this is like, is this at your
But
peak?
this is not peak off season. This is start of my contest prep for the Olympia. So I already
Okay.
had some clean food. You need
Yeah.
to scroll a little bit more
Keep going. Yeah.
downwards. You know the Venus Gym in Dubai?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you see the background Venus Gym, this is where I had my off season. Oh, down there, there's side chest pulse.
Mm,
Mm.
did I pass it?
Right bottom, right side, lat spread.
This one?
Yeah, this is off season.
Yeah.
Deep, deep,
That
deep off season.
yeah, that's a good look, man. But okay, this is what I'm trying to get across to people watching. This is not out of shape, fat, but it's not as lean as a lot of the young kids like to stay, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is a good amount of off-season weight, in my opinion. You can still see the outline of your abs. You still see some lines in your quads, still some separation to shoulder, but you've definitely put on a lot of weight to gain that 15 pounds of muscle.
Yes. And I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Ooh, the first time I was not hungry, like after 3.5 years.
So let me ask you, when you were doing that, was it all clean food or was there a lot of junk food in there? Like how did that system work for you?
I like 95% clean food, incredible high quality food sources.
Right.
Salmon fillet, beef fillet, organic eggs. Like I was paying attention to quality. And the fact that I had everything available right now. Venus took care of me. Like I got all the meals. I was able to train there, therapy, massage. They did everything possible to help me to gain or
Right.
even getting better.
Right.
It was amazing, absolutely amazing.
Um, so you had high quality food sources. You said something about stress as well.
Yes.
What?
There's one thing I love to eat. Maybe
Okay.
you know it. It's called pananqueta. You
No,
know
I
pananquetas?
I don't know it. No.
Bro, are you coming to the Arnold's?
Yes, I am. How do I spell
Babe,
it? How do I spell it?
babe,
Tell me how to
do you
spell it.
think we can get some panquetas for food? There, I will find a Mexican store.
1 second. Let me see. Is this what? Okay. I don't. I think I.
It's like a nut caramel bar. It's not like Snickers or something. It's like nuts and sugar as a or I don't know how to explain it. It's like it has some seeds, different nuts. I'm like a nut guy. Nuts are
Okay,
my
if
wife needs to hide nuts like the week out from the
okay, if anybody in the chat,
panacueta.
if
It's
any
panacueta, Mexican, very famous dulce, like a sweet.
Mexican sweet.
And bro, I have a little present for you when you're coming
Me?
to the Arnold.
Me?
Yes,
Really? Okay.
yes. You
Is
like
it
coffee?
I love coffee.
Oh, good. Oh, you okay? Okay. You will love me.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm looking forward to it.
I I just gave it to Tyler Manion.
Yeah.
I told him at the Olympia that I have something for him, but I unfortunately I did not met him again. But then I saw him in Pittsburgh and I gave it to him. I'm
Okay.
excited how he if he likes it. I bet he likes it.
Okay. Okay. I'm looking forward to it. Listen,
Ah, yeah.
I want to go back to your change. You mentioned something about stress. What did you mean by that? What did you change in your stress levels that made you better?
Mm, this is for me personally. I'm a guy. I'm not able to sit down for 30 seconds and just watch TV. It's not possible. I cannot play PlayStation. I cannot like hang around and chill.
Yeah.
It gives me pressure. Like I need to do something productive. I can say, okay, I did not waste any time. And when it comes to contest prep, it's like, okay, I'm doing like 25,000 steps a day. I'm training twice a day. I do everything here and there. And when there's some gap in between, it's like, okay, I can do this, I can do that. And I'm starting to rush and pushing and
Mm.
forcing myself to finish it.
Yeah.
But it's not the time to do that. You should focus and you should rest when it's needed.
Right.
So Neil had to remind me almost like every day, hey, Mike, don't do this. I know it's important, but it's going to be important after the show as well. You don't need
Right.
to do it now.
Right. Right.
And we worked on it like for months. And my wife, she helped me a lot. Every time she saw me, like, okay, he's getting nervous.
Yeah.
Hey, babe, I think it's a good idea if you like chill for 30 minutes, like intense chill, intense relax. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, like working on my tool to chill more, like more intense. That's a good thing to practice.
Okay. What do
So
you
I
do?
was not lazy.
What do you do to work on your chill? What is it that you're doing that's helping you relax?
That sounds a little bit, how can I say, funny. I'm not a meditation guy. Like,
Yeah.
obviously not. I cannot sit down and wait for whatever.
Right.
But my wife told me she has like 25 different certificates in fitness and health and meditation, and she told me like um, progressive muscle, like PMR, PMS.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how it is, and she guided me through. So I needed to lay down, shut my mouth, feel your little. Well, but
You cut out, Mike. You cut out there for a
so
second. Can you cut out for a second? Can you go
here,
back,
really,
Mike?
I think after 3 4 was able
Mike.
to really how my small felt.
Mike.
So everything around me
Mike.
blurred out a little bit because I was so focused on my small finger.
Mike.
Yeah.
Sorry, you cut out there for a minute. I lost you at you laid down. Can you start back there?
Oh, yeah. So I laid down and I needed to focus on my small finger. And it was
Okay.
really hard. But after 3 minutes, I was like, yeah, I can feel it. Like if I'm really focused, I can feel my small finger, just a small finger. And the same moment I realized everything else figured out. I didn't pay any attention to it. And then
Okay.
I understood, okay, this is how meditation or relaxation work.
Right.
Create the tool to, the avatar when he puts himself into his air bubble
Mm-hmm.
and just being focused. If
Yeah.
you're able to do that, if you create the tool to do that, like shut down everything else around you to bring you down, put that like Pressing the cortisol and stress levels, that's a powerful tool. And I try to do that and getting better, but it was hard because my mind never stops.
Yeah. I mean, that's like a lot of competitors. So that must have taken a lot of effort. Now, when you say that you have like a tons of energy, is it nervous energy? Is it anxiety about the show? Are you nervous about the show, or is it just in general you just have a lot of energy and you want to do things?
Yeah, I feel pressure. It's hard to explain. Um, it might be a part of my childhood. So I was always responsible for what's going to happen tomorrow. It was not like, oh, if I don't have money, mom and dad will take care of me. I will
Mm.
have food tomorrow. I will have this. I will have that. I needed to take care that everything I do is, how can I explain that? That's hard to explain. I needed to be sure that tomorrow is going to happen. Like, have some food, earn some money, you know, survive the month. And in
And
order to do that, I needed to work. I needed to do something. I needed to create something. I needed to make money. I needed to work. I had no backup. Like, there was nobody like, oh yeah, try. If you fail, don't worry, I got you back. That was not the case.
can I ask you a little bit more specifically why? And I don't know if you mind if you don't want to get into it, we don't have to, but did you grow up with a mom and dad? Did you have any siblings? Like, can you tell me why you had that feeling of survival, need for survival?
Yeah, my dad, he left our family when I was like 8 years old. So my parents got divorced. I have a little brother too. So my mom, she tried to raise two kids alone. Um, she had like, she was cleaning houses all day just to make sure we have some food on the table. It was basically, noodles and ketchup, and we got like a new pair of shoes every second year. We went to shopping once a year to get new shirts and shorts. So yeah, it was. I don't want to say it was hard. It was a great, great, great lesson to learn that it's on you. Like nobody will just hand you over being successful, being rich, being
Yeah.
whatever. You need to work for it. And I learned it in a very, very, very young age. So it's still in my head, even if I'm able to survive until next month and I can take care of my wife.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
still in my head that it's on me. If I don't work, if I don't put all my energy into it, I will have like that. This is not the future I'm wishing for. I
Right.
want to have a beautiful family, and I'm sorry, I'm old school. It's my job as a man to take care of my family.
Yeah. I agree.
So I have to do like I have to work. I have to put in the energy.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like that. If there's an opportunity and you're like 2 days out from a show, I will try to do it.
Okay.
Like, yeah. But now
Um,
Neil and my wife, they help me to like schedule it in the right timing.
I got you. Yeah. So basically what you're saying is no one's coming to save you, which is a great
Exactly.
which is a great lesson for people to understand because I think a lot of people may have somebody to rely on for the time being, but eventually there comes a day somewhere in your life where no one's coming to save you. So you learn that lesson really young. Do you think, and I have a theory about people that grew up poor, and maybe I'm biased because I grew up poor as well, but I feel like people that grew up poor kind of always have a chip on their shoulder, always have something to prove, and always have a feeling of it's not enough. Do you kind of have that? Is that the feeling you have now? Is it? Do you think you'll ever be successful enough to quiet that voice?
No, you can't. So this is how I see life. It's basically biology. Biology? No, how is the
Yeah,
English word for?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's right.
So
Yeah,
if a cell is not working, so a cell is standing still, it's dying.
right.
There's no just not the way of like you cannot do nothing. Rather you have to do something or you die. This is how I see life. And I don't understand people. I call friends. Hey, bro, what are you doing today? Yeah, I don't know, maybe playing some PlayStation, chill. I was like, okay, and when you're done doing
Yeah.
nothing, like, what are you gonna do? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, nothing. What do you mean? It's like, I don't understand. I just had the conversation 2 hours ago
Yeah.
with one of my teammates, also IFBB Pro men's physique athlete, Brian Clark.
Okay.
We're sitting down in the car. I was like, hey, bro, how was your day? Yeah, pretty cool, man. I was like, oh, yeah, what did you do? He said, yeah, I was watching TV and was like hanging around my phone. Was like, okay, and what did you do? It's like, yeah, I told you I watched TV. It's like, what does he mean?
You
Like,
don't even understand that, do you? You don't have no
no,
clue. Yeah. That's me.
it. I don't want to judge.
No,
This is
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I told him, I pray to God that I could do that for like 1 hour, just one
Right.
hour a day.
Right. Right.
And then I was like, I, I really did not understand. He will go to bed tonight and he will say, "Oh, that was a great day."
Yeah.
I will lay in my bed and was like, "Fuck, man, I
Wasted.
literally I
Yeah.
missed 5 opportunities. This is the reason I won't get successful. This is the reason why my wife and my kids won't have any food on their table." And I'm like, "Fuck me."
I get it.
Yeah.
But Mike, you do understand that both things can be bad. Like the guy who relaxes too much and doesn't do anything, that guy is obviously missing out on a lot of opportunities, like you said. But the guy who doesn't know how to relax at all and just maybe watch a movie and turn off his brain, that's also like you do know that like your incessant need to be successful is an extreme position, correct?
Oh, I had the burnout already. I listen. I got my Olympia qualification 2020.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I was prepping 3 athletes for the same show
Yeah.
in the same apartment. So we lived together.
Yeah.
I did, how's it called? If you're the guy who manages a movie, like a regisseur, how's
Like
it
a
called?
producer or
Like a
director?
director.
Yeah.
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 So I was the director of my own movie.
Yeah.
I had like 3 people with a camera with me, and I guided them to do whatever. I had my athletes. I coached another 25 athletes. I just founded 3 companies at the same time. I was running my own YouTube, my own Instagram, um, and all at the same time. And then I got burned out. I got the qualification. I made everything. The film, the movie was amazing.
Right.
Every athlete was successful. Everything was perfect, but I was super burned out.
Right.
I felt terrible. I
Right.
was crying. I got depressed. I did not know why I feel so terrible. And it was always like, I'm coming back home. I'm totally exhausted, literally like that. I open my laptop and I will start working until 4 a.m. at night. Woke up at 8 a.m., did my cardio, everything. Like, I was like a zombie. And I
Yeah.
was like, if I don't do it now, you will miss the opportunity. You will miss the chance. If not now, never. And
Have
then I
you
was like pushing through.
how do you feel about the term life is short? And I don't mean in terms of opportunity or business or success. I mean in terms of relaxation, fun, travel. When someone says life is short, enjoy it. What does that say to you in your mind? Are you like, no, no, that's stupid? Or are you, do
No,
you,
they're absolutely right. So
okay,
So work for me is not something negative. It's something really, really positive.
okay,
I feel amazing when I'm sitting down with my wife. So we do everything together. We are one person. We're waking up
right,
together, sleep together, eat together, train together, work together, everything. When we're sitting down and we have a great idea and we're working on it, like for 4 hours, we feel so productive,
yeah,
so positive. We cheer us up. Like, I
yeah.
cheer her up and she cheers me up, and it feels super great. And as soon as it turns into something real and you're making money, you're making business, everybody's happy, everybody appreciate what, like the coaching, something.
Yeah.
This feels incredible good.
Yeah.
But I needed to work on it. There's a point where I need to stop. This is like basically right now, or actually 3-4 days ago. Um, I'm planning a Mexico tour with a lot of seminars in Venezuela and Guatemala. and I needed to talk to them, different time zones. So I needed to wake up 3 a.m. in the morning, do this, do that. But I'm a week out from the show.
Right.
Bro, no, that's not the time.
Right.
So I need to tell them, hey guys, don't take it wrong. I will reply next week. There's something important right now.
Right.
And this is what Neil and my wife told me. If,
Right.
you know, if there's something important, you need to make sure that you're focusing or combining all the energy you have to one single point. And
Right.
this is the reason why a gunshot is deadly, because all the power is concentrated to one single point, the bullet.
Yep.
And if you don't do that, the bullet will not hurt you.
Right. Right.
So if I split myself, my power into like 100 different things, it's not going to happen. I will put all my energy to the Arnolds,
Yeah.
crush the Arnolds, do my best, be my best,
Yeah.
and then I can focus on all the other things again.
So I understand what you're saying 100%. So me and my wife run HOSSTILE together. She works from home. We live together. We eat together. We trade, like everything. Same thing as you. And I unlike you, like to relax. I watch a lot of TV. I like to, but I think I've learned that there's a time and a place. So basically, like if my day starts at 7 a.m. and it goes until 7 p.m., at 7 p.m. I'm able to turn my brain off.
Oh, bro, I wish I could do that. I don't know if that's a sickness or something. I don't know.
But you need this is the tricky part too, though, because I'm kind of lying. Because doing things like this, no, because this is the thing. Talking to you doesn't feel like work to me. Like this is my job, and I do this, but like it doesn't feel like work. It's fun for me. So at the same time, like some things can be work and fun at the same time. It's like it's weird how it works out like that.
There's something we say in Germany. If you love your job, you will never work again. Something like that.
Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, I know.
And this is what I do.
Right.
I quit my job. I was working at IKEA
Yeah.
as a wardrobe. That was a joke. You should laugh.
Sorry.
I was a seller. I was a
Yeah.
salesman.
Yeah.
But I hated the job. And I wanted to do bodybuilding. I wanted to coach people. I wanted to create something. I'm really, really, really creative. And then I quit my job. And since then, I'm living my dream. I'm waking up. I do whatever I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to do it as best as I can. And I was able to see or get the feedback that it helps many different people. And this makes me feel great.
Right.
There's a good and a bad thing about it. If you're paying attention to the outside things like, oh, if other people like what I do, that's good. No, you should like what you do first.
Right.
And if other people like it too, that's a cool deal.
100% agree. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is what I do. Like, I do what I love to do. And sometimes it's a lot of work. And that's good because only the highest mountains will give you the best view.
Yeah.
It's hard to climb those mountains, but
I like that.
this is life. This is life.
Yeah, I like that. That's a nice saying. I like that saying. I want to go back. You said something about 3 companies. How many businesses do you have now? Did you start those companies and sell them? Did they fold? Do you have multiple businesses now? What are your companies now? I mean, I know you're a coach and you're a pro. What else do you do?
Okay, listen, I don't want to cry, but I lost 2 babies. Not real babies. No, not real babies. No. My companies.
Okay, good. That starts.
So maybe you have seen drop sticks. The pins, they drop out from the machines when you... Yeah, I invented these 6 years ago.
Okay.
I was the first guy ever who invented these.
That's pretty cool.
I have the patent for it.
Yeah.
And then China copied it and everybody copied it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, and you know rice cream, a cream of rice, right?
Yeah.
It was 2019, and I was the only guy allowed to produce cream of rice in Germany and Europe, combined with flavor and protein.
Right.
It was not available 6 years ago.
Right.
So I was the guy who invented the cream of rice.
Flavored cream of rice. Yeah.
Yeah, and now every company has it.
Yeah.
So I had the opportunity to fight in front of the court, but we're talking about millionaires, billionaires. And it's like, yeah, so I'm going to lose all my money. I'm going to wait for like 4 or 5 years. And then it's like,
Yeah.
shaking hands and everybody's fine.
Yeah.
I did that already. I will not do it again.
Yeah.
So I lost these two companies. Now we have a marketing company in Dubai, and my wife, she's tattooing too. As I said, she's a teacher in universities for sports, science, and health.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah, like we do so much different things.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about companies in Mexico or yeah, there's many projects, but I don't want to put everything into just one thing.
Of course.
I like to do the coaching. I want to do the marketing thing. My wife, she's doing all the video and content for multiple different companies, so that's what we do too. She's coaching too, but it's not that I'm running just one big company. That's
Right.
not like that anymore. There's some merch, shirts, waist. I invented waist trainers measured on bone structure and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
creative stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's not like a super big company, like no supplements or something.
Is your wife like you when it comes to like work? Does she also not know how to relax, or are you guys
No, she
both
knows
like
how to relax.
she knows how to relax? Just
She
you.
knows, and
Okay.
yeah, she's way better in structure things.
Yeah.
She's more introverted, and
Yeah.
I'm like, she always, babe. How do you call me? The dog. She always calls me the golden retriever. So I go somewhere, a
Yeah.
thousand people, and
Yeah.
999 are friends after
Yeah.
10 minutes,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
have like at least 100 new business ideas and corporations and things, and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
after 10 minutes, I forgot all names, everything I wanted to do. And she's behind me writing everything
Writing
down.
it down.
Okay,
Yeah.
this, that. Yeah, so she's the brain. I'm the guy in front
Yeah.
talking shit.
Yeah. That's incredible. That's amazing. Well, they say, people fit together well like that. Um,
Oh, she's amazing.
okay. You going back to bodybuilding a little bit. I want to take a look at something. Well, you know what? There was a question I asked you at the very start that you didn't really we kind of got away from. So I'm going to ask it again. Jumping from top 10 to beating Chris in a few poses, not beating Chris, but beating Chris in a few poses. How does that feel? Like, is it bittersweet because you're like, I think I almost beat a fucking legend? Or are you just happy that you like were able to challenge him in that way?
Do you like Marvel?
I'm not a big comic book guy. No, sorry.
Okay.
I know
Do you
some of
like,
it. I know some of it.
you know Star Wars? You like Star
Yeah,
Wars?
yeah, yeah,
Okay. Imagine there's a new Star Wars movie in the cinema and you see Yoda fighting Darth Vader.
yeah.
Incredible fights, like slow motion, everything like bang. You go out the cinema, one of your friends asks you, hey, how was the fight? I was like, fuck, bro, that was amazing.
Right.
This is exactly how I feel talking about the situation with Chris on stage.
Okay.
It does not feel real. I know it happened,
Right.
but it felt more like a movie. Like, yeah, like that was close. It was like he was able to like com- be competitive
Yeah.
next to
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah.
Nobody ever did that. I was like,
Right.
yeah, that was great. I bet he looked great. I was like, wait, I'm talking about me. I was the guy next
Right.
to Chris, and it's
Right.
surreal. Like it does not feel right or real.
Right. Did you want to beat Chris? Did it he's
No,
no.
no, no, no.
Why? Tell me why.
This is really, really, really honest. What I'm telling you now.
Okay.
I had to do a lot of self work to realize what I'm going to tell you now.
Sure.
After the Olympia, I got like 300,000 new followers, 10, 50, whatever, thousand messages. And I'm always answer every guy personally. Every message I'm sending is personally.
Right.
So I was sitting down for like 3 weeks, every day and night with my wife and my dad in my Instagram, checking Instagram messages, bang, 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 bang. And it exploded. And it was so much. And we're talking about just Instagram,
Yeah.
one app.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, hey, Mike, seminars, meet and greets, new sponsorships. And now this is the most intense part. I got offers so stupidly high paid that I needed to make a decision, not for me. It's not about the money. I don't care about the money. I don't need the money. But the opportunity to take care of my family for the rest of my life.
Right.
My kids will have food. My kids will have Christmas presents every year.
Right.
All I was ever dreaming about happens right now. Should I grab the chance and like just switch to another supplement company just because they offer more money?
Right.
I was like, that doesn't feel right. I'm a really loyal, stupidly loyal guy. I don't want to change, but if I don't change, it might be, who knows what's happened next year. I might hurt myself, whatever. And then I needed to talk to Chris. And he said, hey, Mike, listen, do what your heart is telling you. And right away, I knew exactly what I need to do. I stayed with my old company. I said no to everyone else. And then great things happened. So the time after the Olympia was really intense. And I was not able to manage all that, like all the impressions, all the things,
Yeah.
because I was not ready to be a champion. A champion is not a guy who just gets the trophies or the medals.
Right.
A champion is somebody who is able to be a champion in different aspects in life, being a great role model, ambassador for the sport, great father, husband, whatever. And I was not able to fulfill all that because I was not able to create those tools.
Right.
So now I know what's going to happen if I win the Olympia or if I win the Arnolds. So I'm a little bit more prepared. I have my team around me. I know what to do. If I win the show now, it will not give me so much pressure as last year.
Right.
So if you ask me, do you want to win last Olympia? I would say no.
Right.
Because I was not a champion enough.
You weren't ready
But
for it.
now, yeah, I wasn't ready for it. But now, after talking to Chris, after talking to Neil, to Flex, many athletes, they've been through it. They gave me or shared their experience with me, and
Right.
that helped me a lot.
Yeah. That's a really vulnerable, honest, like there's not very many people who are going to say they didn't want to be champion. That's pretty crazy for you to say that. But I do understand the pressure that you must have felt coming, like that came with your second place and almost beating Chris. I mean, I don't understand it personally because I've never had that type of pressure in my own career, but like I can only imagine what it would be like to all of a sudden be getting a million phone calls. Like I've talked to Samson numerous times about this exact thing, going from third place to winning the Olympia. He's the same kind of ride that you're talking about.
I think the fact that my childhood was like that, and the opportunities, like 100 opportunities in just one day, is like too much because I wanted to grab all opportunities at the same time.
Right.
But now I understood how to structure it, how to schedule everything, what is important, what not.
I got to ask you, aside from loyalty, which is a great trait to have, of course. Aside from loyalty, what kept you? I mean, when you're somebody like you've described basically this entire podcast, you basically described growing up poor, growing up without a father, always feeling you don't have enough, always feeling like you work your ass off for everything. How do you go with that mentality and somebody comes along and says, "Here's everything you ever wanted in life," and you turned around and said no? And I understand there's a loyalty aspect, but there has to be. Can you take me further into that decision making process? Like, can you give me like let's just give a hypothetical number. Company X comes to you and says, "Mike, we're going to give you $1 million a year. We're going to sign contractors $1 million a year. You're getting paid. Let's say you're getting paid $100,000 a year." Company X comes along and says, "Mike, I'm going to give you $1 million a year." What is the thought process other than loyalty that goes, no, I can't take that? Or is it strictly just loyalty? Like, no, this is where I am. I have to be good to them.
I don't have to be good to them. The fact that, so we're talking about Peak. This is the
Yeah.
company I'm working with since 2016. I don't know, forever
Right.
or before. So they offered me $500 a month when I was an amateur.
Right.
And that helped me a lot. Like, I was able to buy food. How great is that? I don't need to work
Yeah.
to get something to eat.
Yeah.
And they always try to give me everything possible. Like, hey, I wanted to compete at, I don't know, a local show in another country, but I don't have the money to buy the flight ticket. It's like $300. Yeah, Mike, no problem. We're going to pay that for you.
Right.
And hey, Mike, you want to come to the FIBO? We're going to pay the hotel for you. Oh, great. So I was able to be at the FIBO as an athlete,
Right.
as an officially athlete. Oh, and from there we were growing, and being a part of the company, we grew together. We designed products together. So I'm not just an athlete. So I'm a part of the company, not
Right.
officially, but it feels like a family. I can just call the boss and say, "Hey, bro, listen, there's a show coming next week. Are you down to do a booth?" "Oh yeah, bro, sure. I'm going to send some products." Like, the work together is so smooth and so familiar, and this is way more important than money. So let me explain. If I have money to buy food, I can take care of my family and my loved ones. That's all I need. I don't need millions. I don't give a shit about money. I don't wear any, bro. The shoes I'm wearing, $13 Amazon. The socks I'm wearing, $7 Amazon.
I love that.
This is a shirt for free. The short is for free. My shaker cup is for free. I don't have a car. I don't have a home. I have a beautiful wife.
You don't
What
have
is that?
wait, you don't have a car.
Oh, nice.
You
No,
don't
we
have
don't have a car, and we don't have a home. So we left Germany 3.5 years ago.
Okay.
We decided to move to Mexico. Then one of my friends got shot in front of the gym, so they killed him. And then I decided to not stay there because, family, and Mexico's like that. If somebody's touching your wife, you can
Yeah.
rip them into pieces. But the next day, they're going to burn your house, but they're going to burn your family first.
Oh
They'll
my
let
God.
you watch,
Yeah.
and then they burn your house, and then they will kill you. And you're not able to do anything because we're talking about the cartel. That's not funny.
Yeah.
So we decided to go to Dubai. We lived in Dubai. And like, since then, we're just traveling. We go where we want. We just spent like a few weeks in Mexico. Now we're in Ohio. We're going to go back to Mexico, then Guatemala, then here, then there. So we
I
don't
like
have a
that.
home.
I like that. So when you do that, and we're going to get back to the loyalty question and peak in a second. I just want to ask you, when you do that, are you just staying in different Airbnbs for like a month at a time or 2 months at a time?
Yep.
I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, now I started to hate it. My wife too.
Why? Why?
Imagine you need to move to another house
Yeah. Every
every
couple
third
months.
week.
Yeah. Yeah.
All your stuff, all your clothing, toilet paper,
Yeah.
whatever, mouthwash, your everything. You need
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
pack, getting ready, and move.
Right.
And we're not talking about like 2 streets, 2 blocks.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like another country.
Where are you going to finally live? Like, where are you going to stay?
I don't know.
No way.
I mean, we found a place which is absolutely beautiful
Where?
in Marbella. You know Marbella in
Yeah.
Spain,
Spain. Yeah. Yeah.
where Dorian lives?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, we lived there for like 5 months, like 10 minutes from Dorian's house. It's beautiful. You have the beach literally 10 minutes in front of your house.
Hmm.
Beach view, the mountains in the back, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
The food is cheap. The people are amazing.
Yeah.
So lovely. So it's like Mexican culture, but European rules. You cannot just kill someone and everybody's fine.
Right. 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 Right.
You have some rules. And
Yeah.
yeah, but it's still a little bit manana mentality. So they're like really chill, and
That's good for you, though. That's good for you, though. Maybe it'll
yeah,
rub off.
it
Maybe it'll
calms me
rub
down.
off on you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it calms me down because I cannot just. Dubai is different. I can call 17 people 4 a.m. in the morning, and 16 and a half people will answer straight away, and they will get it done in 1 minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
In Spain or in Mexico, you call someone because your AC is broken, and they say, "Yeah, okay, we come tomorrow 3 p.m." They
Yeah.
show up next week to tell you that your AC is broken, and then they need another week to get another AC.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
Um,
two total opposite sides.
So let's go back to Peak for real quick for a second. So I think I get the gist of what you're saying. You've been with them since the start and you feel a responsibility to them in a family and like a brotherhood, I guess. But that still doesn't answer to me because of how strong you made it sound about needing to set yourself up. I don't feel like that's enough. Is there something else that kept you away from all these other opportunities? No.
Not really.
Okay.
It just not felt right. I was
Yeah.
talking to the other company, and they made like the offer. I got my own big supplement line. We're talking
Yeah.
about one of the world's biggest companies, and the opportunity was, I was, that was crazy,
Right.
and I felt so bad just talking to them and
Right.
negotiating,
Right.
and I felt like I'm cheating on my wife.
Yeah.
I'm cheating on people supported me, loved me, helped me just because of money. No, bro, that's not
Right.
who I am. Never. Nuh-uh.
Right. 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 I mean, look, this is partially, not partially. This is the same reason Samson. I'm sure Samson's phone blows up every day, but he's been with us from the beginning, and I think that same kind of brotherhood, lives with our relationship as well. So I do understand it. Moving, I'm not going to keep you too much longer though, because we've been on for an hour, but I do have to get to this weekend is the Arnold Classic, and you are the favorite to win, but also Wesley is the favorite because he won last year. So I don't know what is the talk amongst classic circles. Are you being pegged as the favorite to win the whole show, or is Wesley the guy to beat? Like, what have you heard?
I heard a lot. Like, unfortunately, I'm paying a lot of attention to social media because that's part of my job. That's part of
Right,
our job,
right,
right? So, but I understood let's say, do you like football?
yeah,
Okay, so we have the journalists, they're talking about the players,
yeah.
what they do in their private life, how they train, how they eat, what they do. So their job is to talk and do all, you know,
The analyzing,
the analyzing.
yeah, building up the
And
show.
exactly. And the athletes, they do what athletes do,
Right,
right?
right,
And this is what I'm focusing on. Like, I do what I can do, and this
right.
is the athlete side, and I let all the other people talk what they need to talk.
Sure.
I don't see that Wesley is a favorite. I don't see myself as a favorite. I don't see anyone as a favorite. Everybody's a favorite. Everybody who competes at the Arnold deserves to win the show because there's quite some work you need to put in to being accepted as one of 10 athletes
Right.
because it's an invitational competition. It's not like, hey, yeah, you know what? I'm going to compete next week at the Arnold's. No, it's not going to happen.
Hmm. Hmm.
You need to prove yourself first,
Yeah.
and then they need to accept that. Like, they need to see that too. And once you made it to the Arnold's, that means you already are world class. And
Right. Okay,
I
but
think,
go ahead. Sorry. No, I'll let you
yeah,
finish.
I think everybody who puts in work should get something out. So I won't say he's my favorite, I'm the favorite, everybody's my favorite. Everybody deserves. And I'm happy if the best guy will win the show.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna show this photo. This photo is from. Is it from this time now when you're in Columbus? Sorry, not this photo. I clicked the wrong one. This one. Is that from now?
Which one?
This photo. Can you see it now?
Oh no, that's like 5 weeks ago. This yeah, that's a few days ago, yes.
I mean, you're in amazing condition. And one of the things I want to really compliment you on, and I hope you don't take this the wrong way. I feel like your physique can go both ways. Like if you wanted to be, I feel like you could be a bodybuilder. But I feel like the way you present your physique, like I don't know if it's something you really, really practiced or it's very natural to you, but like the way you pose makes you look like you belong in classic, even though when I look at your proportions, I'm like, this guy could be a bodybuilder if he wanted to be.
I love that. You know why?
Huh.
My heart truly beats for bodybuilding. I'm a bodybuilder deep inside my heart.
Right.
I'm training since I'm 11 years old. So soon I will have my 20-year anniversary.
Yeah.
So you can imagine I was growing up with guys like you, before there was YouTube. I was watching you on magazines. I was watching Jay. Yeah, I'm not
It's
fucking
fucking crazy.
no, I'm not kidding. I
Yeah.
was the guy like going to the stores. I was not able to buy them because I didn't have money, but I was able to see the magazines, and
Right.
I binged watched it. And I love bodybuilding. This is what I wanted to do, but unfortunately, I have a genetic sickness, and I almost died 6 years ago. So I needed to decide, okay, if I go to open, I don't know if that's going to end positive, right?
Right. Right.
And I was right there when I turned pro, and my liver failed. My AST levels were like almost 1,000. So my genetic sickness is called porphyria variegata.
Okay.
0.00000.1% people got that. And they live in South Africa. I have no idea how I got it.
What the?
So, yeah, my body's not able to produce hemoglobin properly. And every time a red blood cell breaks into pieces, it turns into a toxin, the toxin into my liver. The liver failed. Everything went into my skin. And this is why I have all the scars, the tattoos, and I'm wearing those stupid socks. Because when I'm sitting down on the couch, all my skin comes off. You can just put my skin and you can just peel it off like paper.
No way.
There's a video on YouTube. It's called Bodybuilder with Paper Skin.
Yeah.
And this is like 2 months after I got the diagnosis. So you can see my face, like all my skin is off and I look like a car accident.
So wait a minute. Is this something that just kind of flares up and then it goes away? So you can take your.
Yes, as soon as
Go ahead. Sorry.
as soon as I don't pay attention to it,
Yeah.
it could probably kill me. The problem is that my muscles and my organs start to cramp. If my heart or my lungs start to cramp, I'm fucked.
Right. But so let me ask you this though, because look, I'm all for personal responsibility. I think each person should do whatever the fuck they want to do, whether it means their life is going to be 30 years long or 80 years long. It's up to that person. But there's going to be people watching this that are thinking to themselves, why is he doing this if he's running a risk? So I'm asking more for those people. I think I understand why you do it, but there's people out there that aren't going to get it. They're going to be like, why is he risking his health? And why is he doing classic? Even he wouldn't go to open bodybuilding. Why is he willing to go to classic? Why is he not just doing something completely different?
You know me quite a bit now. So if there's a problem, I love problems. I fucking ask for problems.
Right, right.
I just had a food poisoning 5 days ago. I was shitting water, bro. I lost like 8 pounds a night. I don't care.
Right.
I had a flu already. I've been through a lot of shit. I lost my phone a few days ago. All my bank accounts are blocked. My phone is not active anymore. My Dubai visa is gone. Like so much fucked up shit.
Really?
But you know what? I've been through all that already. Like, give me something new that's already boring.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
but this is a little bit more serious than losing your phone.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah. We're talking about like your life.
I know. So I got a big problem, and I saw that. I was like, oh fuck yeah, okay, new problem. Let's try to solve it. If I'm able to solve this, and then creating a tool to help get me healthy again,
right?
That's it.
Okay.
And then Patrick Tour, he coached me and he made me pro. And he told me, hey, Mike, I'm sorry you turned pro, but I'm going to kick you out of the team because I cannot take the responsibility if you die. I said, okay, that's fair, Patrick. And I called Neil 31st of December, New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And he sent me a message back the 1st of January. He said, Mike, listen, we have a deal. As soon as I see that your liver enzymes go up 1%, we're done. I will not even talk to you anymore. That's the deal. Health first.
Yep.
If yes, we will work. I said, okay, deal. I mean, I'm German. This is how we work. Yes or no, bang, bang.
Right.
We started working. Since then, now I'm the healthiest I've ever been in my whole life. 3 weeks out from the show. We just got blood work. My liver enzyme are almost in a normal range. We're talking about 3 weeks out from the Arnold.
Yeah. I get it.
This is not even possible.
No.
I talked to doctors in Germany. Like after 2 years, we were comparing the results. I'm a hobby nerd, so I pulled my blood.
Yeah.
I checked the parameters. did some tests. What can I do? What can I not do? What pushes my genetic sickness and what helps me to bring it down?
Right.
I represented all that. And now we have, I think, a good way to keep me really, really healthy and not pushing crazy. We don't need to push weight anymore. We reached the weight cap. We know how we get into shape. And yeah, maybe we can have a private conversation at the Arnold's.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I will explain what exactly is going to happen. But this is the healthiest I've ever been.
I think that's amazing, man.
Neil made a great job, and no doctor ever is able to explain that. It's because it's not possible.
You know, I don't have a relationship with Neil, but that's a really like, you know, it's funny. I respect Patrick for what he did, but I also respect Neil for what he did. Like I respect Patrick for saying, look, I don't want to push you to where I need to push you, but I also respect Neil for saying, I will help you, but with this limitation. So I think that's pretty cool that you have people like that in your life that are willing to work with you on it.
Definitely. I like honest people. If somebody tells me straight into my face, hey, Mike, you know what? You look ugly and you're an asshole. I will say, thank you. How can I change that? Like, what is wrong? I'm really open about it. Like, I'm not emotionally attached to it.
Right.
And Patrick told me, hey, Mike, you know what? I'm going to kick you out of the team. I cannot take care of you. It's like, yeah, I mean, fair, obviously. Like,
right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we are still really, really close friends.
Yeah. And I mean, you have to respect him for that too. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure. And I mean, he helped me a lot. Even after I got the diagnosis, he said, okay, Mike, get some Tutka. Tutka might probably help you. Glutathione, do this, do that, try that. Keep your inflammation down. We tried different things.
Yeah.
And then I was coached by Neil. And since then,
everything's working.
I have no idea what he did, but I did it, what he told me, and it just went better and better and better and better.
Good, man. I'm glad to hear that. So this weekend is the second biggest show of your life, but it could be the biggest because it's, you know, people think it's your coming out party. So do you feel relieved that you're almost there and it's only a few days away, or do you feel immense pressure? How does somebody like you feel knowing you're walking into the show and potentially winning?
Babe, funny, we just talking about it today at the gym.
Yeah.
I'm a super weird guy. So 5 months until the show, I'm super fucking nervous. Everything needs to be on the fucking second press. German, you know?
Yeah.
But like now, 5 days out, 7 days out, I got a food poisoning. I was shitting water. I was not able to eat. I was not able to sleep. I was not able to train. I was cramping. Horrible.
Yeah.
I didn't care at all. Nothing. I was like,
That's so
okay,
weird.
Great, cool. Yeah, the workout was shit.
Why do you think that? Why do you think that reverses like that? Do you think it's because you're in such good shape that you're able to relax? Or
no, I have no idea.
Huh.
Maybe because the realization that I cannot change it now.
Right. All the work is done and you're there and
It's 4 days out. What are you going to change? Like you won't lose 200 grams of body fat. No.
Right.
You won't gain 200 grams of muscle. No.
Right.
You might lose some water here and there, but yeah, bro, you can manipulate that the night before the show.
Right.
Like,
right.
What can you do?
I guess.
Yeah, you can stress yourself by focusing on things you cannot change, but no.
Okay. So after the Arnold, win, lose, or draw. Well, there is no draw. Win or lose. What do you plan on doing after the Arnold? Is there more, or if you win, do you shut it down to the Olympia, or what are you doing?
Oh yeah. So there's a big thing coming after the Arnold.
Detroit.
This is one of the most important things personally to me.
What?
Family breakfast.
Oh, that's the best breakfast ever. I can't believe you just said that.
Honestly, I love, when it comes to contest prep, you really limit yourself in social activities. And then it's time to sit down in a cheap, whatever, Denny's, IHOP. I invite so many different people, like Michael Daboul. I invited Wesley. I invited Neil, my wife, different athletes. I want to have like a friendly, we're all friends. Like we're all fucking playing the same game, just different levels. Or what do they say? we're in the same hell, just different demons, right?
Right, right, right.
And now the demons are gone. We can be friends again. Let's fucking sit down together, share fucking pancakes. I'll take a piece of Michael's. Michael gets some
Yeah,
from here and here.
yeah.
We're talking shit. Bro, this is what life is for me.
I know. Listen, I won the Vancouver Pro in 2015. That night, I took out like a bunch of the competitors. I remember like Ron Partolo, Sean Clarita, and like a bunch of people. We all went out, and it was like I think it was an IHOP or a Denny's or some shit. And we just sat there. Everybody got tons of food. I paid for it because I won, so I was like I had the prize money. So I was like,
Yeah,
I'm paying.
exactly.
Yeah,
The
so,
guy who wins the show needs to pay the
yeah,
fucking breakfast.
that's right. That's right. So
Bro,
that,
are you down? Listen, this is an invitation. Are you down for Sunday family breakfast with your wife?
my wife won't be there, but I'll come.
No, you come.
I'll come. I'll come.
Oh, I believe my wife would love her.
Yeah, yeah. No, she's
Babe,
great.
babe, Fouad and me, we're basically living quite the same life. We just found out we had like almost similarities in
But I relax.
childhood.
I relax a lot more
He
than
can
you.
relax. He
I
can
can
watch TV. I'm not. Yeah. I want to have him on the table to teach me how to do it.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you one of my favorite? It's so funny that you said that because my favorite dinner. People would always ask me after the shows, "What are you going to eat after the show? What are you going to eat after the show?" I'm like, honestly, it never ever mattered. I remember my oldest brother is like a real food guy, right? And he likes to go to like expensive restaurants and whatever. They came to California to one of my shows. We went out to this like bar restaurant. We just had sandwiches and Diet Pepsi. But it was just because it was me and my brothers and my best friend was there. And I was like, this is the best night ever. And I didn't even win that show. I was like third, I think. But I just sitting with my family, having a meal, just laughing after, and all the pressure is gone and you relax and like, yeah, I feel that, man. I know what you're saying. It's an important one.
It's priceless if you understand how
Yeah.
much worth it is,
Yeah.
and people don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Like, bro, this
You know
is
what's funny?
priceless.
I would almost sometimes suffer more in my diet, and I would think about the first meal after, not because of what the meal was going to be, but just the relaxation with the people that I was sitting with.
The environment you
Yeah.
put yourself in to eat.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got
yeah.
you 100%. I feel the
Okay.
same.
Okay, so after the breakfast, do you do any more shows, or do you do Olympia, or what's the plan?
No, it's the Olympia, and I will try to take care of being a great ambassador for the sport. So I will go back to Mexico. Mexico is an absolutely amazing country, but they have no fucking idea what bodybuilding is.
Right.
They just started to talk about BCAAs,
Yeah.
and they're still mixing like wheat powder with Nesquik and like protein powder and
So they're
sell it for 80 bucks.
so they're
It's
in the
horrible.
they're in the 90s still. They're back in the
Oh,
90s.
they're in the
Yeah.
40s
Yeah.
when there was no
Are-
protein available.
Are you talking about the Fit Expo weekend and all that?
No, I will be there too, but
Yeah.
I will
Okay.
go straight after the Arnold for
Oh,
3 weeks of a seminar tour from Guadalajara over to Aguascalientes, Mexico City, Puebla. From there, I will travel to Guatemala, from Guatemala to Dubai.
Right. Okay.
And then
That's
it's
awesome.
FIBO. It's FIBO. You coming to the FIBO?
Maybe. I was asked, I was talking to Stefan and he was saying he wanted me to come to FIBO and hang out with him. And I think Ben is going too. So I was going to go hang out with those guys and see everybody. So I don't know. I haven't been to FIBO in a long time, but I think I'd like to go. It depends. We'll see.
Bro, if you need anything, that's my country. So just
Yeah.
send me a message.
I appreciate it very
Take care
much,
of you.
man. Listen, I'm not going to keep you anymore, Mike. I really appreciate the conversation, and I really appreciate you taking the time because I know, especially 4 or 5 days out, how things are. So thank you very much for taking the time. Is there anything you want to say or anybody you want to thank before you go?
Yeah, I want to thank you. I know that you don't know that I was waiting for talking to you 3 years already.
Are you serious?
I sent you some messages like, "Hey, bro, I love your podcast. Maybe one day I can be part of it." And now I got the chance. And you texted me today,
Right.
and I was like, "Fuck yeah, okay, appointment. Okay, let's move the appointment at 6 p.m." I was like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah, that's crazy, man. You know how flattering that is for me to hear, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
I don't want to be the fanboy, but I am.
No, I listen. I thank you very much for that, man. That means a lot. Okay, listen, I'm going to let you go because I know you have a lot to do. I will be there this weekend, and I hope you crush it, man. I hope you do awesome.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Sunday breakfast. Sunday breakfast. Okay, brother. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.